Hey everyone, welcome to another video. If you're new here, hi, my name is Irit and I'm a watercolor and mixed media artist. On this channel we talk mostly about watercolors and sometimes we paint also, but today's video is my annual gift guide. I know this year has been special, but we all need some pick-me-ups and the holidays are fast approaching. So I thought, we should do this because I really enjoy making these videos and hopefully this will make your life easier. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and leave me a comment below. I would love to hear your ideas for gifts for artists. And also subscribe. I would love to have you here. I post new videos every week, although I shouldn't say this because as I'm filming this, tomorrow Austria is heading into a second lockdown, so my kids are going to be home for the next 3 weeks. That means I don't know how many videos I'll be able to post. I'll try to post at least a video every week, but I can't guarantee it. So let's get started with today's video. If you're interested in more ideas for the artist that has everything, check out my previous video, which was my wish list, so things I would love to have, but don't. And I have a lot of stuff. There are many more great ideas for gifts. However, that video has products that I haven't tried. I just thought they looked great and, looked like great presents. But today's video, I have tried all of the products. If not that specific, set of watercolors, then I have a good experience with the brand. So I can feel comfortable recommending a set or an item based on my experience. I divided this video to categories, so which person the gift would be more suitable for, but you can kind of pick and choose the items that you're interested in or that you think will fit. But in case, this video is seen by people who want to gift something to an artist in their lives, I'm trying to make it easier for you. Depending on your budget, you can choose one item or just grab the whole bundle of them. I tried to include a watercolor set, some sort of like paper or sketchbook, and a brush set in each one of the categories, so you can really, again, depending on your budget, you can create a lovely present. So let's start with beginners. If you are buying a gift for beginners, if you want to get them kind of the best of the best that is most useful and will serve them a long time, my personal recommendation, I speak about it in other videos, is a 24 half pan set in a metal tin. I think every artist grade brand offered these. Maybe, yeah, Golden and M-Gram don't, but every other brand offers these. And Daniel Smith just came out this year with their own set, and I think if you get it, you get also an extra tin. Their pan formula is beautiful. This is a really great set. I think it costs around $100. If you're short on cash, you can try their 12 basic set, which is also very versatile. These sets are great for beginners because they are very versatile. They kind of have traditional colors. So if you're going to take watercolor lessons, either online or in real life, it'll be easier for you to, recognize which colors your instructor is using. That's very helpful when you're starting out, whether you're following like a step-by-step tutorial or you're learning to mix colors. So the Daniel Smith one is beautiful. I have most of the colors in it, and don't get the ones that come in the plastic boxes, get the ones in the metal tins. Now for paper, for beginner, I really recommend something like the Handmade selection pad. I haven't seen anything similar from other brands. This on its own, I wouldn't say it's like a really, spectacular gift, but as part of like a selection of things, I think it's great. because that paper pad has a selection of different papers. So the person you are gifting to, especially if they're a beginner, they can have a sense of what is out there and they can try different papers and see what works for them. So I really, really like that pad. It's actually pretty good, I think, for every levels to just try different papers, but especially for beginner, I think it's a great present. The brush sets, brushes are tricky, I think, to buy for a beginner because there are so many. The one thing I would advise you not to get is one of those gigantic sets of like 20 brushes for $15 from Amazon. These tend to be cheap, and a lot of the times it's like sizes that are so similar that you really don't need them. So the set that I found that I think would be great for a beginner, and I have several sets from, I don't have this particular set, but I have several brushes from this brand that I've used over the years and really enjoy. And it's the Princeton Neptune brush set. It's just, you know, it's kind of a basic set. It has the flat brush, it has the kind of pointed flat brush, and it has two round brushes, a smaller one and a larger one. Small one for details and then larger one for, you know, larger details. It's a really great starter set. The quality of these brushes is beautiful. It is synthetic hair, which makes it cheaper, but the Princeton Neptune brushes have beautiful bristles that hold a lot of water, which is comparable to kind of the gold standard of natural hair brushes in the more traditional loose painting with watercolors. So I really like the set. I think it would be great for a beginner. Let's move on to a traditional artist. I will have at the end, I think I'll put it at the end, the really budget picks or kind of stocking stuffers. I'm not sure they're so small, but they're definitely on the more affordable side. So for the traditional artist in your life, if you know someone that has been painting for a long time with watercolors, but you still want to treat them to something that they may not have, I would really recommend to check the Inspirations Daniel Smith set. It's also one of their new sets, and it's a set of 12 in a 24 half pan tin. So the person you're gifting it to can add their own colors. That's why I think it's more suitable for someone who is already painting with watercolors. The nice thing about this set, as opposed to the basic set, is that there are some different unique colors from the Daniel Smith range, and I think that's just really fun to discover new colors. And it's kind of difficult with sets because not a lot of brands make unique sets. I did mention several fantastic sets in previous years, so check those videos out. Now, this one, I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it, but I know it might be difficult for people to find it. But, you know, try and stay on top of this brand's social media so you can grab the set when they become available. And I'm talking about the Tintoretto brush set sold on the Agalo website. They do a restock every like couple of months and it sells out really fast. So I'm sorry, but it's such a beautiful set. I bought it for myself a few months ago. I think it was in the spring or something. I love this set. It's beautiful. It has a selection of different brushes, as you can see in the photo, and it comes in this lovely canvas brush holder that is really, really great for traveling. I traveled with this set and it was lovely. I can't say enough good things about it. It has a really interesting selection of brushes that I think would just be a beautiful, beautiful gift. So if you can get your hands on it, go for it. Jackson's sell some Tintoretto brushes, but this set I've only seen on the Agalo website. As for a sketchbook, I think the kind of a good solid choice is the Handmade sketchbooks. I've mentioned other brands in the past. I stand behind those recommendations, but this year I have been I've been familiarizing myself with the Handmade papers because they are vegan, unlike a lot of other watercolor papers and sketchbooks, and I was really pleased with the quality of their papers and sketchbooks. It's kind of a traditional sketchbook. I can't say that it looks amazing or anything, but I think it's a safe choice for the watercolor artist in your life. Let's move on to Handmade heaven. So these are some products that I just think are beautiful to look at, and for anyone in your life that loves something that is handmade and therefore usually more unique and special, you might consider, you know, gifting them one of these things. So the first thing I want to mention is, I'm sure you guessed it, the Tracy Levinson brushes, which I have recently received by Tracy, and I've been painting with them ever since and really enjoying them. He offers a lifetime guarantee, which, you know, to me says that he really believes in his product. If you watch Angela Fair, she's also been using his brushes and enjoying them. You can request any kind of size that you want, and if you saw my video, you saw that one of my brushes had that extra twig in it, like on it. It was really cute, and Tracy says it's not, you know, with every brush, but you can request it. So these brushes look like, you know, you went out to the forest and I don't know, magical creatures made them from tree branches. And also they also look a bit like magic wands. So I think they're just lovely and beautiful, and I think they would make a great gift. There's also a coupon code, I think till the end of November. I'm not sure if it'll still be valid in December. I'll keep you updated on that. But if you want these, grab them, and they're just beautiful. Now, another place to get handmade stuff is on Etsy. I can't really point you to a specific place except where I bought my most adorable ceramic watercolor palette. I think this would be a beautiful gift. I would recommend, the one I bought is from Italy, which is right, you know, south of where I am. I'm in Austria. I really recommend buying local if you know a local artisan where you can order custom-made items. I really recommend that. I think, you know, you're supporting small business, you're supporting a local business, and those to me are really like the best gifts. I know it's not possible for everyone, but if you can, in Etsy you can set the filters to make sure the place delivers to where you are, and you can also choose, I usually search only within Europe for whatever it is that I'm buying, and so you can set the filters and see what is available in your area. And a lot of the people on Etsy are very open to, you know, customized orders or anything like that, so check that. There are also tons of handmade watercolor paint sets that you can get, and watercolor palettes, ceramic palettes. Just look, go on Etsy and look for handmade watercolor palettes or handmade paints, and you can find a lot of stuff. So this might be fun for someone in your life that is really drawn to those type of things. As for a sketchbook, don't be surprised, I'm going to say the Fabriano Vergatone sketchbook, which I've been obsessed with. I think it is handmade, if memory serves. I think it's handmade, and it definitely has that beautiful handmade look. It looks very professionally handmade, not by me, but it's still, you know, it has the deckled edges, and the cover is hard. It's very sturdy, but it still has these beautiful texture and colors to it. Highly recommended. The paper is magic. I've talked about this enough in other videos, so I'm not going to talk about it anymore. If you have people in your lives that kind of appreciate that whole vintage inspired aesthetics, a couple of items that I want to recommend that are totally inspired by her Billowing Heart YouTube channel, make sure you go check her out, are the Cornelissen sketchbooks. So this is a I want to say a UK-based shop. I forgot to check exactly where it is in the UK, but they have a store tour on the website, and I totally want to go and like visit that store when we can go visit places, when the pandemic is over. Hopefully it'll happen at some time. This video is from 2020. There's a pandemic now. So yeah, but they have sketchbooks made from Fabriano paper. So the paper inside is Fabriano paper, but the cover of their kind of the drawing book is a 19th century design, and it looks beautiful. I do have it. I admit I haven't used it, but it looks really, really beautiful. So, you know, if you have Jane Austen fans in your life that sketch, I think they would appreciate the aesthetics of this sketchbook. The website kind of looks a little bit outdated, just the design of it, but surprisingly they have a really good selection of watercolor sets from just like major brands, and all kinds of other offerings. I saw they just had like pigments added. So I think especially if you're in the UK and you want to support a local business, check them out. I don't know the shipping, I can't remember the shipping costs, but you know, the nice thing about a gift is you can buy something a bit more special that you maybe wouldn't buy for yourself. And then the other thing, again inspired by her billowing heart, is something I didn't really even think about until I saw her hands in her videos, are these lace fingerless gloves. They don't have to be lace, but I also saw them called reader's gloves, and I saw one appeared on my feed that was inspired by Alice in Wonderland. I think these are beautiful because personally my hands get cold in the winter, and I can't wear gloves, you know, when I'm painting or if I'm on my phone or something like that. So fingerless gloves are kind of a good compromise. And yeah, I think it looks beautiful. The lacy ones kind of, again, remind me of, I don't know, older times when maybe we wore clothes that were just a little bit more interesting. But yeah, there are different styles. If you saw in a previous video, I just had kind of rainbow woolen gloves that are less Jane Austen, more Care Bears, but it is what it is. So I think that would be a really great gift, not necessarily for an artist. Again, search for reader's gloves, fingerless gloves, and you know, find something that fits the person you want to gift it to. Or you can always give an Etsy gift card. I just think that's a really great way of making sure the person you're gifting it to will get something that they really want. So yeah. Okay, for the traveler in your life, if travel is easier after the pandemic is over, I have a few really fun products. So for a palette, I think the art tool kits are just fantastic. These are teeny tiny kits. I got mine as a present, and I think it's the most compact palette that is actually very easy to use and holds a surprising amount of paint. I think it's just the size of the pans. They're very, very flat, but you can also get a pretty big, relatively big size for this teeny tiny palette. So if you're gifting this, or if you feel kind of overwhelmed by their website, they keep adding more and more options. I'm going to link you to their basic design, which I think is a really great place to start. And then if you have the budget or you want to give someone 2 sets, then I'm also adding the mixing palette, which I think is a great companion to their basic palette. Once you gift it to someone, if they like the concept, then they can go back and buy more pans in different sizes, so they can further customize this palette. It's beautiful. They have other products, but I've only tried their palettes. Fantastic for urban sketchers or people that travel and want something really, really small, or someone that, you know, just wants to carry their watercolors wherever they go. That is really, really beautiful product, and surprisingly, you know, usable. It's not just like a gimmick. Now the next one that might be a bit more gimmicky, but after trying it myself, I was surprised to see how fun it is to use, is the Etcher 19 Wells ceramic travel palette. This thing is heavy because it is ceramic, but it's very, very rare to find a ceramic travel palette. If you have used ceramic palettes, porcelain palettes, you know that the experience is far more enjoyable and superior to any other kind of palettes. Now, because of the weight, they're not the most travel friendly, but I really enjoy this. It is gimmicky, but it's actually a really lovely product that is fun to use. If you're in Australia, Etcher is Australian, so you know, you might want to check that out and support a local brand. Now for Traveler Sketchbook, I really like the concept of the Handmade zigzag sketchbooks because you can just open them and paint, you know, a panorama scene on a few pages, and it's just a lovely concept. I really, really like it, and I think it's fun for a travel notebook. It's just a great concept. The Handmade sketchbooks, as I said, they're really solid. The paper is lovely. It's kind of a good, solid watercolor sketchbook choice. As for brush set, I have fallen in love with the Escoda Ultimo brushes. I've been using Escoda brushes for years. I started with the Perla brushes, then I moved on more to the Versatile, and then in the last year I've really fallen in love with the Ultimo. They are the most squirrel-like fibers, really, really soft, holds a lot of water, just beautiful brushes. Escoda has a lot of sets. I've recommended them many times in the past. I stand behind those recommendations. I think they are the best value and the quality is fantastic. I would say my pick for a set is the Ultimo 3 brush set, which has the number 2 brush, great for detail, number 6, and then the number 10. I have the number 10 and I love it. I use it all the time, also at home. So I think this is a beautiful set. They have a 6 set, which I think is overkill, but you know, if you want it, go for it. I think the 3 brushes set is great. Okay, the next category is for mixed media fans, so maybe people that don't just paint with watercolors but also with other mediums. I have a few picks of things that I think would be enjoyable. The first thing is the Holbein pencil sets, the pastel sets. I have the 12 set, which I haven't spoken a lot about it because when I got my set, it was sent to me by a friend living in Japan, and it's, you know, sometimes it's annoying when you watch someone on YouTube and they show something amazing that you can't get. However, in recent months, Jackson's has been stocking the Holbein pencil sets. Sign up if you're interested. Sign up for the notifications because I think some of them are sold out. They should be restocked, I think, in early December, so check that out. I have the 12 set. It's beautiful, but there's also the 50 set, which is gorgeous. What is special about these sets is the pastel sets. I just think they have a really unique color selection that I haven't seen from other brands. The Holbein pencils are beautiful. They have also kind of traditional sets with a more, you know, basic color selection, but I think the pastel set is just gorgeous. And if you want to see all 50 sampled, then go to Aliona's channel. She has the set, and you know, I was drooling all over it. I only have the 12 set and then a couple of other pencils from Holbein, and I love them. I use them all the time. If you just want one pencil, then buy the ice green one because it's like the perfect minty color. That's it. And the luminous red, which is not in any of the pastel sets. That's a gorgeous color too. Thing that I think would be really fun for mixed media fan is the Handmade toned paper sketchbooks. They came out this year with a selection of these in like tan paper and gray. I personally think the tan one is prettier. It's kind of like this cafe latte type of color, and I think for mixed media it's really fun. So that's a beautiful sketchbook, and it's watercolor paper, so the paper is really nice and it handles a lot of mediums. And then the last thing I want to mention are the Palomino pencils. These are so beautiful and really gift worthy. It's kind of hard to find them. I think Etsy is your best bet, and I think also Choosing Keeping has them. They're just gorgeous pencils, and yeah, I think anyone that loves to sketch or paint can appreciate a pretty pencil. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. Please leave in the comments any other ideas that you have that would make great gifts for the people that come and visit, so they can get even more ideas. And my camera cut me off, so I just wanted to say thank you. I wish you a wonderful day. Stay safe, take care, and I'll see you hopefully very soon in another video. Yeah, thanks again for watching. Bye bye.